Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. Today we'll say liquidator's final statement of account. It is just like cash book. Pro forma we have seen few things you have to remember. Receipts are anyway you will be getting assets realized and any other receipts are there that will be getting on the receipt side. And payment side, please remember this order. Payment side, we cannot pay as per our wish. We have to follow certain order. What is that? First one is liquidation remuneration we have to pay. Then after that liquidation expenses, debentures, preferential creditors, unsecured creditors, and preferential shareholders. Lastly, equity shareholders. These points you remember. Anyway, liquidator remuneration, liquidation expenses, you'll be able to remember. Next, debentures you have to pay. After that, preferential creditors, preference, okay? Preferential creditors, unsecured creditors. Creditors are two types, preferential creditors, unsecured creditors. There are secured creditors also that we don't consider. Secured creditors means they'll be paid as per their surety given to them. So secured creditors we don't touch. Preferential creditors, unsecured creditors. Then preferential shareholders, equity shareholders. Order you have to remember. Then problem will be easy. Anyhow we know that how to calculate the remuneration of liquidator. That is important thing. And order pro forma we have to follow. Shall we work out one problem? Yes. So look at the problem. It's given on the desktop. So the problem is saying that overconfident company limited went into liquidation. Its assets realized 7 lakh rupees, excluding amount realized by the sale of securities held by secured creditors. The following was the position. So this company, they got assets realized 7 lakh rupees total, okay? And what are the payments to be made? One is share capital. 10,000 shares at the rate of 10 rupees each. Share capital means we have to assume it is a equity shares only. Okay, equity shares 1 lakh rupee. Debentures 5 lakh. Liquidation expenses 10,000. Preferential creditors 12,000. Unsecured creditors 3 lakh. Liquidators remuneration 15,000. Secured creditors. Secured creditors, do we take inside of this statement? Liquidator statement, do we take? No. Secured creditors we never take because secured means we need not to pay. It will be paid as per their securities given to them. But now remember this point. Secured creditors are 80,000. Securities realized 90,000. Actual payment is 80,000. But this is realized at 90,000. Means 10,000 is surplus. Surplus on realization of securities that comes on the receipt side. Surplus na in income. Surplus will be given to the company to make the other payments. So 10,000 will be taking on the receipt side and prepare liquidator's final statement. Okay, it's very easy. Now here important thing is that liquidator remuneration is given. We need not to calculate. Simply you can write. The problem is very simple. You have to post it simply. So debit side, what do you write? Always remember debit side you'll write assets realized. Okay. So assets realized amount is given here 7 lakh. Receipt side you are writing to assets realized. $7 lakh. And debit side, I mean receipt side, I'm getting debit side, but receipt side you'll get one more item, that is last one, secured creditors. Actually it is 80,000 but it is realized for 90,000, means surplus on sale of securities. Okay, this is also income. Surplus on realization, you can say on realization of securities. What securities it is? Secured creditors. Secured creditors. How much it is? 10,000. Okay. How do you got 10,000? 90,000 minus 80,000. I'll write here. So in future, no confusion. So only two incomes we have, two receipts we have. Now payments. Payments are first of all, as per the order, search for the liquidator remuneration. It is already given liquidator remuneration is 15,000. First we'll write liquidator remuneration. Payment should be made as per that order only. So by liquidator's remuneration. How much is his remuneration? Liquidator remuneration 15,000. Then after that liquidation expenses. Liquidation expenses are here 10,000. Okay. By liquidation expenses 10,000. After that debentures. If debentures are not given, we can ignore it. But here debentures are given. Debentures are 5 lakh. By debentures. Debentures are 5 lakh. After debentures, preferential creditors. Preferential creditors are also given. It is 12,000. By preferential creditors. Preferential creditors are 12,000. Preferential creditors are over. Next, unsecured creditors. Unsecured creditors. Unsecured creditors are 3 lakh. But remember now, 7 lakh 10,000 is there. If you deduct all these things, whatever is left, that will be given to the unsecured creditors. Because we don't have sufficient of amount. If you just calculate, you'll come to know. Now here it is 7 lakh 10,000. Roughly I'm writing unsecured creditors are how much? 3 lakh. We have to make payment of 3 lakh. But how much you are going to get, you see. 7 lakh 10,000 minus all the payments. 7 lakh 10,000 minus 15 plus 10 25,000. 25,000 and do 5 lakh 12,000. 5 lakh 12,000. It is coming to 1 lakh 73,000 only. 1 lakh 73,000. Actual how much we have to pay? 3 lakh. 3 lakh. But we have balance of only 1 lakh 73. This will pay to the unsecured creditors. Is it unsecured creditors? Yeah, unsecured creditors. So we are paying to the unsecured creditors. I'll explain once again, no confusion. Unsecured creditors. This is the balancing figure. Sorry, 7 lakh 10,000. What is this? Let me explain. We have asset realized is 7 lakh. Okay. And when we are disbursing the unsecured secured creditors, we are getting a surplus of 10,000. That is 90,000 minus 80,000. So total we have receipt of 7 lakh 10,000. And how many payments are there? We have liquidator remuneration is there, liquidation expenses, debentures, preferential creditor. And if you make all these payments, so how much you are having the balance of this much only. Most of the time at this level only your receipt amount will be out. It will be completed by making all these payments. So how much is left? 1,73,000 only left. After preferential creditors, to whom you have to pay? Unsecured creditors. So unsecured creditors, balancing figure, whatever is there, that you are making payment. Okay, that you are making payment. If suppose if the balancing figure is 4 lakh, then unsecured creditors 3 lakh you will pay. Are you getting it? If it is 4 lakh, then we have to pay 3 lakh. 3 lakh you can make payment. Make 3 lakh. And what else is left? There is preferential shareholders are not given, but equity shareholders are there 1 lakh. 1 lakh you can use it. 1 lakh you can use it, but right now it is here only less amount, 1,73,000 only we are having. So that we are going to disburse to the unsecured creditors. This is the balancing figure. Most of the problems same, it will be same. We are going to work out more problems. Am I clear about this? Okay, I'll clean the board, then we'll continue next problem. Are you clear with the first problem? Now we will see another problem. So second problem, it's given on the desktop. Let me read the problem first. Have you copied? No. The problem is A Company Limited went into voluntary liquidation on 31st March 2005. On the basis of the following, prepare liquidator's final statement of account. What is the information given to us? Share capital 10,000 equity shares, 10 rupees each, fully paid 1 lakh rupee. Equity shares are given. How many shares are there? 10,000 shares. Each share is 10 rupees. So total amount is 1 lakh rupee. Then debentures. Debentures having a floating charges on all assets 1 lakh rupee and interest outstanding on debentures for 1 year 7,000. Debentures we have to pay and interest on debentures, that is also we have to pay 7,000. Total debentures amount is to be payable 1 lakh plus 7,000. Okay. Next, preferential creditors, unsecured creditors, cost of liquidation means expenses of liquidation. Liquidators remuneration, assets realized. Here, liquidators remuneration is also given just like previous problem. Need not to calculate. Simply you have to post all the transactions into the final statement of account. Okay. So now here, first what do we take? Assets realized. Assets realized is how much? Assets realized. Last bit it is given. Assets realized 2 lakh. So already I have written assets realized 2 lakh. Do we have any other income to be written on the receipt side? No. So 2 lakh we have to make the payment. First payment is to the liquidator remuneration. Liquidator remuneration is 5,000 by liquidator remuneration. You can write full remuneration, it is 5,000. Then liquidator expenses, cost of liquidation, it is 8,000. Cost of liquidation 8,000. Next, whom will make the payment? Debentures. Debentures along with the interest. Okay. So by debentures. Debentures it is 1 lakh. Inner column will write add outstanding interest. How much it is? 7,000. It is 1 lakh 7,000. Debentures payment is over. Next, preferential creditors. Preferential creditors are here 10,000 by preferential creditors 10,000. Next one, unsecured creditors. Unsecured creditors, can we make the payment? Just look at the amounts 2 lakh, and if you see, possibility is there. Out of 22 lakh, if you make all these payments, 50,000 is the unsecured creditors, right? Yeah, unsecured creditors are 50,000. We can. So I'll write here unsecured creditors. In the previous problem, amount was not sufficient. So now here we have enough fund, so we are making payment to the unsecured creditors also. Next, to whom we have to pay? After that, preference shares are not given. After making this unsecured creditors, preference shares are not given. What is given? Equity shares are given. But equity shares, how much amount is left? That we are going to make payment to the equity shareholders. Let us see how much balance is left. So this is 2 lakh. 2 lakh minus all these amounts. 2 lakh minus, so this is 13,000. 13 plus 10, 20, 23 and 50,000 and 1,07,000. It's coming to 20,000. 20,000 will make payment to whom you are making payment? Equity shareholders. So by equity shareholders. Equity shareholders amount is this much. So now here making payment to the equity shareholders is 20,000. How many shares are there? 10,000 shares. Means 10,000 shares, each share contains 10 rupees. Each share cost is 10 rupees. But now here we are able to make only 20,000. Means per share equity shares per share how do you get? So total we are making payment of 20,000 but out of 10,000 shares, it means per share it is 2 rupees. Per share it is 2 rupees. Though 10 rupees is there, but we are able to make the payment of 2 rupees as per the funds. We have fund of 2 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees we disbursed all these things. After that, left over is only 20,000. 20,000 we are making payment 2 rupees only. Am I clear? Simple problem. Only you need to understand. Want to take screenshot? Next problem onwards. We'll have remuneration calculation also, liquidator remuneration calculations also. That's more important. This basic problem you understood, right? Any doubts? Write it in the comment box. See you in the next class. Practice well. So it will be easy for you. Don't forget to share these videos. Check out the playlist also and stay connected. Good luck.